The evening was quiet. The room was filled with soft light as Jesus Christ sat at the table with his disciples. He looked at them with deep love. My friends, I will not be with you much longer. The disciples exchanged worried looks. Peter the apostle leaned forward quickly. Lord, I will never leave you. Even if others do, I won't. Jesus looked at him gently. Peter, before the rooster crows, you will say 3 times that you do not know me. Peter shook his head strongly. No, Lord, never. Jesus picked up the bread, gave thanks, and broke it. Take this and eat it. This is my body, given for you. He then lifted a cup. This is my blood, poured out for many. Do this in remembrance of me. The room grew silent. Later that night, they walked into a quiet garden. The air was cool, and the trees stood still. Jesus turned to them. Stay here and watch while I pray. He stepped away and fell to the ground. Father, if it is possible, take this suffering away from me, but not my will, your will be done. His voice was heavy with sorrow. Suddenly, footsteps broke the silence. Torches lit up the darkness. Soldiers approached. At the front was Judas Iscariot. He walked straight to Jesus. Greetings, Rabbi. He kissed him. Jesus looked at him with pain in his eyes. Judas, do you betray me with a kiss? The soldiers grabbed Jesus and tied him. The disciples ran in fear. From a distance, Peter followed. He stood near a fire where people were gathered. A servant girl looked closely at him. You were with him, weren't you? Peter quickly replied, No, I was not. Another person spoke. I have seen you with him. Peter shook his head again. I don't know what you are talking about. A third voice came. You are one of them. Peter shouted, I do not know him. At that moment, a rooster crowed. Peter froze. He remembered. Tears filled his eyes as he turned away and wept. Jesus stood before Pontius Pilate. Pilate looked at him carefully. Are you the king of the Jews? Jesus answered calmly, You have said so. Pilate turned to the crowd. I find no wrong in this man. The crowd began to shout. Crucify him. Crucify him. Pilate raised his voice. Why? What has he done? But they shouted even louder. Crucify him. Pilate sighed deeply. Take him, and do what you want. Jesus was beaten and mocked. A crown of thorns was placed on his head. They made him carry a heavy cross through the streets. He stumbled, but kept walking. At the place of execution, they nailed him to the cross. He cried out in pain, but still spoke. Father, forgive them, they do not know what they are doing.
For they know not what
Hours
they do.
passed. The sky grew dark. His voice became weak. It is finished. His head fell, and everything became still. His body was taken down and wrapped carefully. He was placed in a tomb carved out of rock. A large stone was rolled across the entrance. Guards stood watching. Everything seemed over. Early in the morning, the sun had just begun to rise. Mary Magdalene walked toward the tomb. As she got closer, she stopped suddenly. The stone, it's moved. Her heart raced as she stepped forward. The tomb was empty. A bright figure appeared before her. Do not be afraid. He is not here. He has risen. Mary's voice trembled. He is alive. She turned, and suddenly she saw him. Jesus stood before her. Peace be with you. Her eyes filled with tears. Teacher. He smiled gently. Go and tell the others. I am alive. The disciples were hiding in fear behind closed doors. Suddenly, Jesus stood among them. Peace be with you. They were shocked. Peter stepped forward slowly. Lord, is it really you? Jesus nodded. It is I. Do not be afraid. Joy filled the room. Peter's eyes were wet. Lord, you are alive. Jesus looked at them all. I am the resurrection and the life. Whoever believes in me will live. The fear in their hearts disappeared. Hope had come again. Death had